Yes, guys, what are we going to discuss here? First of all, tell me, why are we here? What is our aim? Somebody tell me, why are we learning SQL? First of all, okay, I will give one brief idea. So, so see, why are we learning databases first? What is the need of databases? Right?
So to store the data, sir.
Exactly. Store the data. What will happen if you don't store the data? What will happen?
So if you don't store, also no nothing will happen. But to a user needs, as we user need data, as it is a very important in our day-to-day life.
Yes,
We
exactly.
store in a place called database.
Exactly. Very good, Shweta. See, the point here is like, see, in the older days, we are also storing the data, not in the databases, not in the servers, not in the computers. We are storing the data in the notebooks, right? When you go to any shop, they used to write in a notebook. Okay, Aditya has taken these many groceries and he has to pay these many rupees. And what is the list of items he has purchased? You got it, right? So we should write everything in the notebooks, right? In the older days. Okay. The problem here is like, so you cannot, there is no security for that data, right? So if you may lost the notebook, and if you want to do the copy of that notebook, okay, everybody will wish to do the copies, right? Nobody will believe on one thing. Okay, you may lose the notebook. So that what you guys used to do, you used to write another notebook. You need to Xerox it. That is also software. So these are the problems in the older days, right? So for this kind of things, what they have come up with, like, okay, this is not the secure place. Notebooks are not the secure place. But in the, you cannot write it in the notebooks. It's a very sensitive information. You cannot write it in the notebook. If you not write down in the notebook, if you may lose it, everything is gone. Right? Let's consider one a bank example. So in the bank, right? Everybody account numbers will be there. His personal data will be there, and then his amount, how much money is saved, everything will be recorded, right? So suppose something, if you lost the notebook, you have maintained everything in one notebook. Bank number, name of the banker, and amount, everything you maintain in one notebook. Everything you maintained in the one book. Suppose after 25 days, after years or whatever, somehow you lost that book. Okay. Actually, I have saved only 1,000 rupees in my bank. I will get to know like, okay, bank manager has lost the book. I will ask for 1,000. Definitely he has to give. There's no proof for that one, right? So there are a lot of problems, right? So for these kind of things, we are going to store the data in the, that is the reason we are storing the data into the data. Not only this region, there are many reasons. Just give an example, understandable way, so that everybody will connect it to the things. Okay, so here the contents here is like, the contents of the class will be like, we'll be starting with introduction, commands, constraints. You don't need to worry about these things. So basically this is just an agenda. You don't need to worry about that one. So today we are here to learn introduction, right? So first of all, yeah, so our main agenda here is like to learn the SQL. Once you are good at SQL, you can able to deal with the fusion classes, and then you can able to start building the reports, these kind of things. So this is the base and core and heart of the everything. So you have to be familiar with the SQL. Okay, if you want to learn the SQL, you need to know the basics, very basics. What is data? Yes, that's information. Everybody, what is data? It's information. It could be any kind of information. Your phone number, that is information. My name is information. If you go to the more store, that is information. How many chocolates they have sold today? How many are remaining. Correct. Everything is a data information. So to maintain this kind of data, data, they have introduced database. What is database? To store, once you store the information in the, once you store the data, that is called database in the server. Okay. So database. Okay, what did I say? You can store the data in which format?
A structure format, sir.
Exactly, structured format. It could be any structure, not only a table. It could be any format, structured format. See, you cannot keep, you cannot write. See, when you follow the notebook, also when you maintain the in the older days, also they used to create one table, maintain one table in the notebook. Serial number, name of the item, how many sold. Correct. We used to see this one, right? We have already seen this kind of things. Okay, in notebook also we used to maintain a table format. It's a table is not only structured. There are a lot of structural ways. Okay, but that is a structured way. We are maintaining data in a structured format. Why we are maintaining data in a structured format? See, if I maintain a data in a clumsy format, not in a structured format. Okay, this one you keep it. If you write in a one thing in first page, and if you write something in second page, will you able to understand? No. So if you maintain a structured format, when you revisit your data, definitely you will able to understand it. Correct, guys? You are following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everybody, right? I mean, Sujesh, Sushil. Okay, if you have any doubt while I'm talking, definitely you can stop me, and definitely I'm going to answer you guys. Okay, so that's the main purpose of the database. So to store the data, we need a database. Why do you need database? That we already discussed. Correct. What will happen if you don't store the data? That is also we discussed. Now we are at the point of structured thing. So we discussed about structure. So that is called SQL. SQL is a structured query language. What is the full form of SQL? Structured query language. See, there are a lot of databases available in the market, not only Oracle. Okay, there are a lot of databases available. MySQL is a one database. SQL Server is a one database. Like that, there are a lot of database platforms are available. But we are learning Oracle SQL. We are learning Oracle SQL. Okay. See, just to give an example. See, we have a OTT platforms, right? There is not only the Netflix, we have Amazon Prime, G5, we have a AHA, there are a lot of things, right? Okay. Likewise, we have a lot of databases platforms available in the market. Oracle is the one of the database platform. That's it. Okay. Likewise, we have a MySQL like this. Okay. These are again, these databases, they have structured into two types, SQL and NoSQL. Okay, again, databases, they have segregated into two types. One is SQL and NoSQL. Simple. So under SQL, there are few platforms like Oracle comes under SQL form. Even MySQL comes under SQL form. See, these are the lot of databases available like in the markets: Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL. Okay, like this. I am not sure. SQL Server is there. Okay, and yeah, MS SQL Server is there, and we have a what else we have? Okay, we have a that's not a database, that's a framework, and we have a Mongo. We have a Mongo database we have, and then we have a Redis database. We have a HANA database. Okay, there are a lot of platforms available. Okay, these are the few platforms. Again, this one we are talking about SQL and NoSQL. Okay, there are two things. Again, the database can be segregated into two things. Okay, SQL is a structured query language. That means the data they are going to store in a structured format like table or whatever it is. Okay, NoSQL means there won't be any structure. NoSQL, there is no structure for that one. Okay, they will be storing in some JSON format. You don't need to worry about that one. You need to focus on the SQL only. Okay, I'm just giving a heads up like what are the other platforms are available in the market. Not only Oracle is only one of the database. There are I think thousands of databases available. IndexDB. There are a lot of things. Okay. Guess you're following me, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So this is the database we are having, we are working on, and we are going to learn Oracle SQL. Okay, so that's the introduction about SQL. Okay, Oracle SQL. So is there any doubt on this one introduction? I mean, everybody is familiar, right? Why we are going to learn SQL and what is the need of, right, other DB platforms. I have explained a little bit. Okay, so we already discussed everything will be in a structured format. What structure the Oracle follows? That is a table structure. What structure Oracle follows is a table structure. In Oracle database, they will follow table structure. Okay, first of all, tell me what is table. See, we will learn very basics. You guys don't worry. We will learn each and every point. Everybody will understand. Okay, so what is the table?
So it is the intersection of rows and columns.
Exactly. So table consists of rows and columns. Exactly. Column is the we are calling as the headers. Rows is in the rows we will be having data. Correct. So row column represents the type of not the type of the data header. Okay. Let's consider this one. Okay. Let's consider. See, I'm not going to use the SQL first. I'm going to teach you some basics here. Okay. Let's consider this one. This is a one table, right? Okay, this is table, right? Everybody understood, right? This is a column, right? Okay, this is a column. You can give any name, right? Here, like name. Okay, I'm going to give age. Okay, I'm going to keep gender. I'm going to keep mobile number. Okay, this is the table, right? This is the table with empty table. This is empty table now, right? Can able to understand? This is the empty table, right? Everybody understand, right? Columns. These are columns, and then this will be the rows. Okay. Under name, I can put Aditya. Under age, I can put something, and then gender, male, some XYZ. Okay, like this. Raja, some information. Oh, sorry, it definitely he's not a old. Okay, my bad. Okay, something like this, right? So now you guys able to analyze this one, understand this one, right? This is a column, right? This is the rows. See, column is like the vertical ones are columns. The horizontal ones are called rows. Simple thing, don't consider this one also. Here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, the alphabets are there, right? These are called columns. You can see the 1, 2, 3, right? The numbers, those are called rows. So even Excel is one of the table. You guys understood, right? So I just give an example. Name, age, gender, mobile number are the headers here. Headers for the table. We are calling this as a column. This we are calling it as a row. So now everybody understand this one. Table consists of rows and columns. The rows will have the data, and the headers will have the column names. Any doubts on this one? The basic table. So this kind of format, the Oracle will store the database. Oracle will store the data in the database. This kind of format. Okay, it doesn't know. Everybody doesn't know in which format it stores. See, guys, before starting this class, just simply understand. Computer knows only zeros and ones. Correct? Everybody understood this one? Everybody will agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Computer knows just zeros and ones. Why these are the languages are required is like SQL, whatever it is, Java, JavaScript, any language in the world. Those are user-defined languages. The reason behind the developing the languages is it's a communication between you and the computer, the server, the machine. Whatever you type, see here Aditya doesn't see here I have typed Aditya. My laptop doesn't know what is Aditya. It converts everything into zeros and ones. That's it. Even Oracle doesn't know anything. Oracle will store everything in zeros and ones only. But while you are seeing that one, while you are watching that one, it will display the exact matches, which you can understand. But when you type Aditya, computer will not understand what it does. It will convert the zeros and one because computer will understand that one. When you retrieve this one, zeros and ones will come. You will not understand. Again, it will interpret that one and it will show you to like normal English, which you can able to understand, which human can able to understand. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, you guys able to understand, right? Okay, so this is the thing. See, now, first of all, tell me, we are discussing about the table, right? See, we have discussed about data and now we are going to store the data in the database. Okay, what are the prerequisites to store the data? We need a Oracle software. Guys, everybody has to install Oracle software into the your machine. Okay, everybody has a laptop, personal laptop.
Yes, sir.
Yes, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody has joined through mobile here. Anyone has joined through mobile?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I request you to don't join through mobiles. Okay, try to join through the labs only. Okay. Okay, I mean, in case also, suppose if you are traveling or something else urgent, then you can join through the mobiles. So okay, you always prefer to join through the laptops. Okay, that's my advice. Okay, so everybody has to install Oracle as a software. Okay, once you install the Oracle software, you can create the database. If you want, you can work on the data, you can store the data, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, you can do. But to store the data, to create the table, to perform some task, you need to write some logics, or you need to communicate the Oracle, right? See, if I am the, so let's consider I'm from US. Okay, if you talk to me in English only, then only I can able to understand. Correct? Let's consider Oracle is a US. I need to use the proper language to communicate the database. Then only it will respond. You guys understood, right? Example. So likewise, if you want to communicate with the Oracle database, you need to write a proper language. That is called SQL language, structured query language. Okay. If you want to create a table, see, final agenda is you need to store the data and you need to see the data. That's it. That's the main agenda. You have to store the data. You have to get the data. To store the data, first of all, what you need to create a table. Correct? You have to create the table. Correct. Once you create the table, you need to name it, because there will be a lot of tables, right? You need to name it. That's the basic thing. Once you create the table and once you name it the table, you can able to insert the data, you can able to retrieve the data. In between, if you do some changes or if you do some mistakes, you have to able to you have to do some alterations on that one, or you need to rectify your errors, right? Correct. These kind of things, everything is available in Oracle. Okay. To start to creating the table, we have a commands available in database for Oracle. There are 5 types of commands available in Oracle. Okay, so guys, this is our first class. I'm going to tell you the commands which are available in the database. Okay, these are by using these 5 commands, we are going to communicate with the database. We're going to communicate with the database. Okay, what are the 5 commands available in SQL? DDL, DML, DRL, TCL, and DCL. Okay, first of all, tell me what is DDL? Data definition language, data manipulation language, data retrieve or query language, transaction control language, data control language. You don't worry about this one. We will be talking more on this one. Okay, this is just a heads up for the class. Okay, these are the commands which we will be using to communicate the database. Okay, okay. See, software is installed, Oracle is installed. Okay, SQL commands are also available. Where you will write this SQL commands? You need to, yeah, you need to use one of the tools. Okay, see, I have a message ready. I need to send it to one of my colleague or one of my best friend. Which platforms you can use? WhatsApp you can use, Facebook you can use Telegram, you can use normal text message. Correct. Anything which is a messaging platform. Any messaging platforms you can use. Likewise, I have a database ready. I have a command ready. You guys understood that? You are able to understand, right? I have a command ready. I have a database ready. Some tools I need to use to communicate with the database and my command. Correct. So one of the tool called SQL developer. You don't need to be use only SQL developer. There are other platforms also. You can use normal command line. You can use Toad as one of them. But everybody is familiar with SQL developer. This is the developer tool you need to install. Okay. So now what are the prerequisites in order to start working on the SQL? One is Oracle database. Another one is a SQL developer. Okay, guys, I will ask our admins to give you access for the softwares. They will give you the access. Okay, try to install the softwares. If you face any problem, we are going to help you. Okay, any doubts on this one? Hello.
No, sir.
No, bro.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is the basics things required to work on the SQL. Okay. Now we have just talked about SQL commands. What are the SQL commands? DDL, DML, DRL, DQL, TCL, DCL, right? Okay. Don't jump into SQL now. Okay. Okay. Let's consider I have some information. I have a data. Okay. I have a data, and we told like we have to store in the database. I have a data that I need to store in the database. Correct. Database is a structured database. What is what kind of structure? It's a table structure database. Correct. Now, what is the final agenda? You need to create the table. Okay, you got it right. Data is there. For that, database is required. But our database is a structured database. If you want to store it in a structured format, you need a table. We need to create the table. First requirement is create a table. Create a table. We are good. We have created a table. While creating the table, we will name it as a employee, or you can name it as a students, or you can name it as a, okay, let's keep here employee, student. The names, you can keep any name for the table. Okay, student, and you can give cricketers. You can cricketers, cricket info. You can keep it right. Ongoing matches you can keep, or as voter details. You can keep any data table name. Okay, by mistake I missed, while creating the employee table, I just put employee. I just missed missed. Okay, it's not a proper format. What you need to do? What you will do? I given wrong name. I will rename it.
So if you put,
It's not a column. I am talking about tables. Table name. How to see? Okay. 1 minute. My name is Aditya. Okay. It's not a data to update. It's a table name. Just consider my name is Aditya. I'll put like this. I missed Y. Okay, instead of, you can update it, but it's a table. Everything is related on the table, not the data. If it is a data, you can update it. It's a table name. My table name is Aditya. Okay, let's consider my table name is employee. Okay, Aditya, everybody will think like 1 minute. My table, my table name is employee. Correct. By mistake, I given like this. Okay. What you have to do is you have to rename it to make it a proper name. You will put employee.
For creating table, you can put anything.
For creating table, anything.
If it is GP also it works.
Yes. Anything you can put. Okay. By mistake, you have given this one. Okay. You can rename your table. So that's a one person. Rename. Correct. You have created a name, you have given a name for the table. If you want, if you feel like rename it, don't think like it's a wrong name. My table is employee. You feel like it's, I need to rename it to employee_1 or employee info or employee data. You feel like rename it. You can rename it using rename. Okay. That is the rename. Okay. What are the things available in the table generally? Table consists of rows and columns. Correct. For now, you think it's an empty table. Empty table consists of what? Only columns. Empty table consists of columns. Correct? Table consists of. Okay. For each column, you need to specify a name. Correct? Okay. Each column you need to specify like employee name, employee ID, like EMP name, ID, age, salary, like this. You need to give a proper name for the column. Correct? You guys following me? Correct? Okay, by mistake, I have given some wrong name. And if you want to do something, you need to go for the alter. Okay, let's consider I have added only 4 columns. I have added only 4 columns now. Later I realized like I want to add gender also. That time also you can do alter. Okay, see, I have created a home. See, guys follow me. I have created a home with kitchen, bedroom, washroom, everything. I forgot to insert a hall sometime. Okay, by mistake. Or I that time what I will do? I will do alteration to the my home. You guys are getting it right? Okay, I feel like, okay, I have added an extra column. I want to remove also column. That time also you go for alteration because I have created 2-bedroom home. I feel like my bedrooms are very small. Okay, I want to make a single bedroom. I can do some alteration. Okay, for these kind of things, you can go for the alteration. Okay, and you feel like this table is no more required, not at all required for me. What you will do? You will delete it generally. General term, you will delete it, right? So, but here instead of delete, we call it as a drop. Okay, and then you feel like, okay, you have inserted the data, but I need to keep a table, but I don't want to see the data. I want to remove all the data. You will use truncate.
Delete command.
No, truncate.
Truncate.
Okay, I will explain. See, whatever the things we have performed this one, guys, remember and understand here. Did we use anything on the data or only table? Can you tell me? Did we use anything on the data or only table structure? Create table. We have created a structure of the table. Rename. We are renaming only table. We have defined the columns. That is also table level only. That means alteration you are doing. Alteration. Correct? You are dropping the table. You are doing on the table only. Truncate the data, but it's you are performing on the table level only. So what are the 5 commands available here? Create, rename, alteration, drop, truncate. What are these 5 things? DDL, data definition language. What is the full form of DDL? Data definition language. What is the meaning of data definition language? To define the data, in a table, you need these kind of things. That means if you want to define the data, if you want to insert the data, you need a create table first. You create a table, but you did some mistakes. Then you go for the alteration. Okay. You created the table, but you feel like renaming the table. Go for the rename. You created the table, but you want to delete it. You don't want to see it anymore. You can go for the drop. You've created the table. If you want to delete the only data, entire data, not a single row. You want to delete entire data. Go for the truncate. Guys, you understood, right? What is the full form of DDL and why we are naming it as a DDL? Okay, everything we performed on the table level. DDL operations you will perform on the table level. So these are the 5 DDL commands: create, alter, rename, drop, truncate. Okay, you guys understood? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah, always remember the table structure. Whenever you do, table consists of rows, columns, and then data. Okay, now we have discussed up to here. Okay, up to here. See, now whatever I have told, I will explain here. My table name is employee. Correct? This I have created table. This is a create command. This is a create command, guys. Whatever we did here, this is a create command. While creating the table, I have given my name it as a employee. I feel like employee, I want to keep instead of employee, I want to keep employee info. So what I will do, I will rename it to employee info. Now, what is my table name now? Employee info. There is no more employee now because I renamed it to employee info. Correct? This is the rename. Okay. Now I feel like name is there, age is there, gender is there, mobile number. I want to add an extra column called salary. I have a table. I have added extra column called salary. Did I alter this one? Yes, I have altered it. Okay. Now I feel like, okay, no need to keep the gender. I'm going to remove it. Did I alter it or not?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, somehow it's not deleting. Okay, basically it will delete. Let's consider. Okay, I have altered it or not. This is the alter command. Okay, we covered how many commands? Create command, rename command, altering command. You guys are able to understand me, right? And then, okay, let's consider. After creating the table, I have inserted some records like this. Like this, I have inserted the records. Now, I want to delete all the things. Only data, not the structure, not the table, only data. Then I will go for the truncate. Truncate means, what is meant by trunk? Removing, chopping something. Okay, you guys able trunk, right? You know, right? Truncate means. Okay, so that's the meaning of this one. Okay, finally I feel like, okay, I don't want to see this my entire table. What you are going to do here? Drop this entire table. That's it. This is the meaning of the DDL commands. Guys, you are able to understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the meaning of DDL. We will see this one practically in the SQL, how we are going to create the tables. This is the some kind of structure you need to, some kind of syntax you need to follow. Okay, so these are the things we will be working further. These are the agenda we are going to cover for going forward. Okay. Okay, guys, one thing here, whenever you are learning something, don't learn anything and try to understand. Anybody can learn. Only few members can understand it. Okay, if you understand, automatically you will learn it. Okay, and one more thing I want to tell you is, whatever the names they are keeping in the SQL, like a DDL, DML, DRL, DQL, TCL, they will give you a proper naming convention. The reason, by seeing the convention, you can able to understand the purpose of the commands. Why they have given only DDL? Why can't they name it as a DML for these commands, 5 commands? Okay, for DDL, for create, alter, rename, drop, truncate, why can't they name it as a DML? Why did they name it as a DDL? Data definition language. To define the data, you need this kind of things. data manipulation language. Manipulation means once you have a data, you can manipulate the data. Manipulation means changes. Okay, how many ways you can change the data? By inserting, by updating, by deleting. Okay, so that's the reason, guys, when always follow the proper naming conventions and try to understand the things. Don't learn anything. Don't learn anything. Understand everything. That's my suggestion. Okay, I hope everybody is understood the class. Okay, if you have any doubts or any suggestions or feedback, okay, about the class or maybe my communication or the way of explanation, anything, please reach out to me and we will try to improve and we will try to learn together. Okay. Okay, any doubt, guys? Any doubts on this one? First of all, are you able to understand it, follow it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what about Naresh, Aftab Ahmad, Sushil, Shushma, Shweta? You already given, right? Your consent. Okay. Okay, guys. And
Yes,
one more suggestion: be active in the group, be active in the class. At least when if I ask you something like anything, yeah, respond me. I feel like okay, you guys are listening. I feel like okay, I need to tell more. Okay, just say yes or no. That's it. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime.
Sure, Aditya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sushil, you are able to understand, right?
Yes or no?
Okay. Okay, I think that's all for today. I will ask others to provide you the software access and then today's session access. Okay, we will upload. We will be uploading this session into the one of the folders, and then they will provide you the access. Share drives. Okay. Okay. Thanks for joining, guys. Okay. Have a nice evening.
Thank